What's up, guys? We are back at the track with the Prelude. So the last video you guys saw with this thing, we snapped another stock axle and it's still broken actually right now. So we just got here and we unloaded it off the trailer. I actually just moved it over there, kind of more out of the way so we have some more room over here. But we unloaded the Prelude and right now we're actually getting ready to fix the stock axle right here at the track. We have a brand new one right here ready to go. Yep, another stalker. And yeah, hopefully this one holds up. So the reason we didn't do it at the shop is because we were busy with the MR2. The lift was already taken, and right before we left, you're like, you know what? Instead of having to unload the car off the trailer, put it on the lift, change the axle just to load it all back up, we're just gonna take it to the track and bring our tools and just do it here real quick. So that saved us a whole bunch of time. So we're gonna go ahead and get this thing jacked up and change the axle. And then I still do need to order some tires because if you guys remember, we had the little slit in this one for my fender, but you know, I was gonna send it anyways the other day when we were here, so I'm just gonna send it again. I just want to race. We had nothing else going on today, and it is a test and tune, so brought the Prelude. I believe Emilio is gonna try to be here as well with his Supra, and Wyatt is here as well, unfortunately, making some ruckus. Hayden is here too with his RX-7. He's getting teched in right now, and yeah, so we're just gonna hang out, get this axle fixed, and go racing.
What's up, fuckers?
I can never put you in the videos. Nothing but obnoxiousness out of you. You need to get another car, bro.
Soon.
Now you just show up and you don't have nothing to race. You're just a bystander.
Diesel, right? The Duramax will be out next year.
Wyatt's over here building his diesel trucks. Forgot our hammer, so we're just gonna smack it with the socket.
Is just like that.
Oh yeah, she floppy. She Olympic. That ain't gonna work, boys.
No bueno.
Prelude lost his manhood right there.
Gone.
That's gone. Oh, bro.
Oh god, pull out game strong.
Keep going.
You ready?
There he is. Another one bites the dust. That one, that's
the whole thing.
That's interesting. Did it break right there?
Yeah.
That's broken metal?
Yeah,
Damn, that's a clean
dude,
cut.
I twisted it.
Dude, it looks like it was machined off. That is a clean break right there. Well, who wants it, guys? Let me know in the comments. I'll ship it to you. All right, new axle's ready to go. Get on there.
Put those hips into it.
Doing this one-handed.
That's it.
Is it on?
Yeah, it's on.
Okay. Send it.
200 foot-pounds?
That was about 10 uggos.
Real quick.
You ready?
You ready? Can't let her.
What doing, doggo?
Sling's first time at the track.
Let's see
He's all
a dry
excited.
launch.
Let's see a 4-paw launch. What are you doing?
You got a big camshaft or what? Get some.
Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Come on, Link. Fly by.
Yeah, 60.
Come here. What are you doing?
Big old baby.
You big goof. Link, get over here.
So funny.
About to get hit by a car.
Oh, I'm about to steal you. You ain't going over back with your owners.
Throw it in with the others.
The graveyard.
Got our graveyard going. Poor guys. They didn't deserve this life.
R.I.P.
All right, we got the axle fixed on the Prelude. Just time to go tech this thing in and let's go take her down the track. All right, guys, everything you just saw was actually filmed about 2 weeks ago. That's why you see Link in the video. That's when I was still watching him. We got the axle fixed on the Prelude and we went to go tech it. And when I went to fire it up, it had 0 oil pressure, so I quickly shut the car off. And turns out it shattered another oil pump when we snapped the axle at the same time. So we ended up just loading the car up and going home that day, and we didn't really have anything else to film. The only thing else that happened that day is that our buddy Chris let me drive his Civic. So real quick, I'll show you guys that from the same night. All right, guys, this is our buddy Chris's Civic, and he is letting me take it for a pass down the track. He said the best time in this thing is a 10.9.
Yeah, 10.9.
At 130, you said?
Yeah.
and he is letting me take it for a spin, just, you know, out of the kindness of his heart. I want to see if I can maybe beat his record or just see what it does. I'm just interested, and he offered it, so I'm gonna go ahead and drive it and see what it does. So this should be interesting. It's completely gutted out, has a Kirky, and I did actually just drive it around just to kind of feel it out. I took it on the scale. This thing only weighs 2240 with me in it, so it is also really light, and it makes like 570 wheel horsepower. So yeah, just let me take it for a spin. So let's see what it does. Yeah, thank you. All right, guys, this is my first pass in Chris's car. It has gone a 10.9 and 130. That is his best pass ever. And I'm honestly in here to kind of redeem myself. I think I can beat his time because I watch his car every time we come to the track. And he offered to let me drive it. And I'm here to prove to myself and you guys that I don't suck at driving. I'm going to hit third gear and we're going to beat a 10.9. Just watch. On my first pass in Chris's car, I beat his time by half a second. I went a 10.4 at 137 miles an hour, and he was really excited to see that his car had the potential to go much faster. And it was also a confidence booster to myself because I shifted it great, got it into third gear, and I ran a personal best in a car that wasn't even mine. So that definitely felt good as well. His car definitely has more in it. The 60 foot could have came down, so I think that thing has a low 10 to high 9 in it. Easy, just got to dial that thing in. But that brings us back to the Prelude. So we had another test and tune come up, and we decided to get the Prelude ready the day of. We had another stock oil pump laying around, so we quickly got to work. We pulled the stock one off, pulled it apart. Of course, the gears were completely shattered. It was done.
Whoa. That one didn't last long at all.
So we ended up getting the new one thrown on there. Roman didn't forget the oil filter, got the car all the way back together, started it up. Oil pressure looked great, so we went ahead and loaded it up on the trailer. And that brings us back to the track. We are here with the Prelude. She is all back together. New oil pump ready to go, so we'll see how long this one lasts. Hopefully we can get a couple passes in today. And yeah, I'm already teched in. Gonna go ahead and put this thing in line, and we'll see how she does. All right, we got the Prelude back in line. We actually did have to redo the timing because when we put that new oil pump on there, we were actually off a tooth when we put all this stuff back together. So we just spent the last half hour pulling the timing belt off and getting the timing right, because before it was kind of breaking up and the two-step wasn't working right, but that's all good to go now. We got her iced up and we topped it off with fuel, so all that is good to go. And I also did bring my laptop. We're not here with Brent today, but I actually plugged into this thing and I turned the rev limiter in first and second and third a little bit down because it was at nearly 10,000. It was at like 99.5, and I brought those down a couple hundred RPM to 9,700 in first and second gear, because I think that's a big factor of what's killing these stock oil pumps is the crazy amount of RPM we're throwing at this thing and the fact that there's no damper on the crank pulley, so that would definitely help. And next time we bring this thing out, I definitely plan on getting an aftermarket oil pump. We already have some on the way, but they won't be here for a couple weeks, and our track is closing down for the season next week, so we might not have the chance to get to run this thing again this season on the new oil pump. So that's why we decided to throw another stock one in there just to get it out one last time. And yeah, so I brought the rev limits down a little bit, and then I also pulled some power out of first gear because this thing is still spinning like crazy in first gear, so brought that down. I also tamed this two-step down just a little bit. But yeah, I got the tires aired down and we're in line just waiting to go, and that's about it. So once it's our turn, we'll see how she does and go from there. All right guys, first pass with the new oil pump. Hopefully this thing doesn't shatter right away. We have oil pressure, so we're good to go.
10.9 at 93. Woo. Sound like you missed a gear though.
went from third gear to second by accident. Woo! Motor's still running though, we're good. Well, killed another oil pump. That's it, done. That's it, guys. They're just one and done. One and done. That mischief probably is what killed it. It's already 0 oil pressure. We already killed that pump right away. Man, it was a good effort. I feel like it was on a pretty good pass. I'm gonna go see what my front half was. But yeah, already 0 oil pressure. So I'm just gonna shut her off and we're just gonna have to wait for those new pumps to come.
Monica! What happened, man? We heard it.
Bro, I was like, no. I always drive this thing so good, and the one time it's on probably its fastest, 100% its fastest pass, I freaking do that, and then it just grenades the pump. I made it to the end, I was like, oh, it's running good, and I look at the gauge, 0.
Damn.
It was
another pump.
Valiant effort, I guess.
Kyle the pump killer.
We tried.
We tried, man.
We got a pump in there, we made it, and it ate it up, first pass.
Same thing like last time, bro.
Jeez.
It's gone through 3 pumps already.
That last one, not the last one, but the one before that lasted a while, man. And then...
Yeah, the one that came with the car.
Yeah, the one, that one.
Forever. But now they don't like any of the other pumps we're throwing in there.
He was like,
But I mean, I honestly feel like it would have been fine if I just...
What'd you 60 with
232'd it. It was 1.7, but for some reason the 8th was really good.
Yeah.
It looked like you got out pretty quick.
Yeah, and that one I know they shifted again, so that 9.8 I didn't.
Yeah.
Well, let's pump it onto the trailer.
Yeah.
6.4 is good for...
Oh, yeah.
That's really good.
That's good.
Because your best, what was your best pass?
6.6 to
6.6? Yeah, so she was eating.
6.4. Would have been a 9.
That's a lot.
I have the 9.8 slip in there right now. That was a 6.7.
Damn.
Did a 9.8, and that's 6.4, so that's 3/10 at the 8th right there. It would have been 100% a 9.5. I was like, it would probably been a 9.40, 9.50. Yeah. Right in there. Only like a 10th away from the record.
Gee.
And we're still at altitude.
Yep.
Well, not today.
122 at the 8th. 6.4, 122.
That was a good man. Not to say it.
Yep. I thought it was ring.
Oh no, I saw it. I was like, oh.
It was out.
Yeah, you could hear it, man, but
it was good.
Shit happens.
It's like he let out. I was like, yeah, just second gear.
I think the 1.7 was again the beam. I think I tripped it.
I have it in slow mo because I was like,
still ran a 10.9 at 93.
I put it in slow mo so you could see like what it does.
All right, before we get the Prelude loaded up, I was actually wrong. Our fastest pass with the car was a 9.61 at 159, and the 8th mile on that pass was a 6.4. I just looked it up. For some reason, I thought it was a 6.6, so I was like really hyped that would have been our fastest pass for sure, but it probably would have been actually really close to a high 9.5 to a 9.6, because I think it was a touch faster than that 9.6 pass to the 8th. But for right now, she's probably done until we get those new pumps in, and they won't be here for a couple weeks, and unfortunately the track is closing down, so that might be our last time running the car in Colorado, but we do plan on traveling around a lot to other tracks that are open, because we don't want to just stop drag racing for the next half of the year, because we're gonna have no content. But yep, is what it is. We didn't give up though. Got her all done today. Spent all day just trying to make it work. Got the oil pump in there, got it fixed, got it running, and of course first pass shattered that pump. 1.21 it hard. So I mean 2.32'd it, but yep, is what it is. So we're gonna go load her up, and that's probably gonna be it for tonight. Just got back to the shop, and I already went ahead and unloaded the trailer. I'm getting ready to head home for tonight, but after a hard day of work, unfortunately we left the track empty-handed. As you guys saw, we shattered that oil pump first pass in the Prelude. It was completely my fault. I 2.32'd it, so that motor saw probably well over 10,000 RPM, and thankfully the oil pump is all that happened. The motor was running fine after that, so I just quickly shut it off. But typically when guys mischief like that and you over rev the engines really hard, you can do way more damage. So thankfully it seems healthy. You know, we could have dropped a valve, could have freaking, I mean, even a rod could have let go, who knows. But thankfully everything seems okay. We just got to get a new oil pump in there, and we do have the aftermarket high flow ones on the way, and they have aftermarket like billet gears inside of them, so hopefully they should be much stronger than the stock oil pumps. I am also going to take a step back with the car and make sure I get some new parts on the way and go through it before we take it back to the track. So I am going to listen to you guys. I'm not just going to keep throwing some stock used stuff we find laying around in the car. I do apologize that we do that all the time. Like I noticed in the last video about the MR2, we installed the coilovers. You guys are like, why didn't you do this a long time ago? Why didn't you order this? Why are you always waiting on parts? And I'm trying to do my best to get all this stuff in here and on time, and I'm just trying to balance content in my daily life and like all this stuff. So I'm doing my best, but there's just something about like reusing old stock stuff and making it work that I just kind of like to do, and it doesn't cost us hardly anything. But for the Prelude, I am going to take a step back on it. I'm going to make sure we wait for those new oil pumps to come in, and then I am going to be ordering a ATI damper for it. That should help balance out like the harmonics in the motor, and then it should, you know, help dampen things when you're at that high RPM. And I'm going to go ahead and order some new axles for the car as well. There's no reason I need to keep running stock axles. That'll just be one less thing we have to worry about breaking. So I'm gonna go ahead and just order all that stuff, and then that stuff will be out of the way, and then we'll probably just find more weak points because we're starting to go really fast and making a lot of power with that car. And I'm really just trying to push it. I would love to see that Prelude in the 8s one day. Not one front wheel drive Prelude has ever ran an 8-second pass, so that would be awesome to see in the future. But that is going to be it for tonight. I'm heading out, and I did say we left empty-handed, but I lied a little bit. There was a benefit. Let me get my flashlight out. So over at the track, while I was over at the track, I was actually close to a guy on Facebook Marketplace, and I picked this up. Sorry if you can't see this too well. There we go. This here's a K24A4, all stock, but that is going to be the new heart for the red MR2. So at least we did get that today. So I'm gonna be working the next couple days and getting that into the MR2. So we do have a motor for it, little sneak peek. But yeah, that is going to be it for tonight, guys. Hope you enjoyed regardless. Just realize not every track day, not everything we do is gonna work out perfect. Stuff breaks, life happens. You just gotta keep pushing through it. So I'll see you guys later, and take care.